Hey guys, this is me with an update of my Flickr app. It's currently running at the moment, it's building at the moment. Yeah, so I've replaced that 3D rotating cube with a sprite batch and a sprite animation, so you get a better picture of what I want to achieve with that layer. So again, it's made up of 3 layers. My architecture for my Win8 apps. The bottom layer is a XAML layer, a D2D layer. The middle layer is a XAML layer, and here you can actually see the XAML layer with some XAML controls. You click on that, and then the top layer is a D3D layer. So here is all 3 layers being rendered. So the background image, which is the grass, and the radial gradients, that's got an effect graph applied to it. Then on top of that is the XAML layer where these controls are sitting, as well as this up here. That's all XAML. And then on top of that, when you say, for instance, if you click on this, is you see the sprite animation, the sprite, the D3D layer with a sprite batch rendering that sprite animation here as well. So like that's all sprites, and that's the idea that I had around wanting that D3D layer on top of the XAML layer. So it gives so you can do some really cool games like effects, you know, in your apps, and that's what I wanted to achieve. And so yeah, so that's, let me just load up a couple of other pages to just give you a feeling of the flow of the app, and the reason why I want to mix D2D with XAML with D3D, and it gives a great the performance and the frame rate is better than I expected. It's all native. XAML is all native. It uses D3D, D2D, which is all DirectX, which is native as well. So everything is everything is it's where it was 3 years ago when we had Silverlight and XNA in the same technology, but now it's faster, and it clearly is faster in my eyes. What else will I show you? I wanted to actually show you as well. I've got this concept of a new of a menu control. I'll let this load up. So if you look here when it loads, there's this dot down there. All right, so that dot is it's actually a menu. So you can slide the dot left. So you click on it and you slide it left, will create the menu horizontally, or if you click on the dot and slide it up, it'll create the menu vertically. So yeah, so I haven't wired up the buttons to do anything yet, but that's my idea for a menu, especially if you have some pictures which are, I think I have an example here. You might have some pictures which are portraits, in which case you may want the menu to appear on the right side rather than horizontally, but let the user actually dictate that. So yeah, here for instance, you may want, well, let's go back to that one. You may want that menu to appear up that way. And I've also that same idea of I plan on applying to these other areas. So this here is the user's picture stream, and you only have these images that you can see, but the user should be able to say expand that area so that they see more pictures. And it's using that same idea of click on something, drag it, and then that's indicating that you want that whatever you're dragging to be bigger or smaller or in that direction. So yeah, so like I've got all the pieces that I want, which is a D2D layer, a XAML layer, and a D3D layer, and now I can go all funky and weird with sprite animations and these ideas for gestures and what you call user gestures. Yeah, so my app's coming along. It's taking longer than I thought, but hopefully I'll probably won't get to it finishing it by the end of this weekend, but hopefully by the end of this week I'll be able to have something in the store for you guys to play with.